Talking of food production, in Uganda, you are in the right place in the world. Traditionally, we produce 2 crops in a year. Not many parts of the world can do that. Without irrigation, just depending on the rains. So what are the problems? What are the bottlenecks? When you hear that there is food problem here, food problem there. First problem was good seeds. But that one, the government has solved. We have got very many research institutions for all major crops, where the research institutions have developed for us the good seeds.
AGRA has had a history with the seed sector in Uganda. A decade ago, AGRA literally built the seed industry in Uganda together with the Ministry of Agriculture and the partners, to an extent that it moved from one government company to now close to 28 active privately owned seed companies, and more so with capacity to produce early generation seed. So AGRA had a strong contribution towards that, training close to 20 PhDs, 34 masters to build that capacity. Now, we found ourselves in a situation that the biggest problem was now the quality of seed being accessed by farmers. And that's the challenge we are trying to solve together with the Ministry of Agriculture and the other actors in the seed industry.
Equator Seed started partnering with the AGRA way back. I could say way back in 2013 when we had a project. That project, the title was Upscaling Seed Production in Post-Conflict Northern Uganda. So actually, AGRA was supporting Equator Seed to upscale the seed production in the post-conflict Northern Uganda. You know, Northern Uganda suffered a lot. At the time of starting, there were several problems in the seed sector. One, it was that limited quantity of foundation seed. Foundation seed, we always pick from research stations. That is like the parent seeds, the materials that is used to produce other seed. Though there's also another seed class called breeder. From the breeder you come to foundation, then from foundation you go to certified. Foundation seed was not sufficient enough to serve the whole companies. There were some, companies are many, and you find breeder, they are breeding less. So foundation seed was not enough to cater for all the companies. There you find many companies now struggling to get the seed. And that one alone led to another problem in the field of counterfeits.
Seed production goes through several phases. To make it very simple, from research it moves to a multiplying agent, usually a seed company. And so under strict protocols, the seed is grown so that you move from, let's say, 200 kilograms, which a researcher could have churned out, to now getting the volumes close to probably 100,000 metric tons of seed that are demanded by the farmers in Uganda. And so that whole process involves growing the early generation seed in very controlled gardens so that you can raise those volumes.
From the research, they will either give you breeder seed or foundation seed, depending on that particular seed variety. So when they give us foundation seed, we come, then we bulk. If it is not enough, we bulk and we give it out to the farmers to produce certified seed.
The interventions we co-created together with the Ministry of Agriculture on how to combat this problem of ensuring seed quality. And of course, the encompassing intervention is to strengthen seed inspection and certification processes. Currently, that's the mandate of government through the Ministry of Agriculture and in particular the National Seed Certification Service. And so with discussions with them, we got to learn that the biggest challenge was manpower, qualified manpower to do those inspections. And so they also came up with the idea that since the manpower is limiting, there could be a layer of manpower that could support the skilled seed inspectors or the trained seed inspectors. And so we then worked with them to support the introduction of a layer of para-seed inspectors. That's what we call them. Essentially, these would be your ordinary agriculture extension workers and given a dose of training on field inspections so that they can be able to do the outdoor field inspections in the fields where the seed is being multiplied and then be able to report to the inspectors or to be supervised by the inspectors about what they've found in the field for certification. The second thing is to get all the system digitized so that once an inspection is done, it's entered somewhere and somebody in a remote area or in Kampala or in Entebbe headquarters can see that that inspection has happened. So the whole process has now been put on a digital platform. So the inspector can log on what they have inspected, by who, when, where, and so that it gives the ease of tracking where things begin to go wrong in this whole journey.
The issue of counterfeits is going to be reduced because of giving exclusivity. You know, this exclusivity and semi-exclusivity is giving exclusive rights to a company over a variety, or semi, whereby two companies can share the same variety, 2 or 3 companies maybe can share the same variety, but under a very well-organized agreement between those companies and also the research. Whereby now you will be the one to take care to maintain that variety in case of any issue in the field coming from that variety. The researcher or the breeder will look for you because you are the one who signed for that. You have the license for that variety. So that is the work of, that is why I say AGRA has done a lot.
With digitization of this process, it then creates an opportunity for vices or bad practices to be identified and reported in real time. And then they are traced back to sources of these vices. And so I think this is a good move. And slowly by slowly, we'll see those numbers of counterfeit seed on the market reducing.